Okay then, so for today's lesson we're going to talk about arpeggios. First of all, let's talk about what an arpeggio is. An arpeggio is like taking the notes of a chord and playing them in an ascending or descending manner in different inversions. The different inversions are just taking those three notes and putting them in a different order. So let's talk about how we can create an arpeggio or know what notes are inside of our chord. First of all, we should start with a major scale. Let's use G as an example. So knowing our formula for our major scale, we would go root note, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Root, whole, half, whole, half. That creates the notes G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So when we want to know what's inside of a G chord, what I would do is I take the first note, the third note, and the fifth note from the scale, the 1, the 3, and the 5, and that creates the notes that we play in a chord, G, B, and D. And if we want to double check that, play an open G chord, for example, and we can look and see what notes are inside of that. G is our low note, we have a B, we have an open D, an open G, an open, or a fretted D, or open B, depending on how you want to play the chord, and a third fret G here. So we just have G, B, and D. So, first of all, knowing those notes is very, very important. The next step is how we can play these arpeggios and different ways we can play them. So, what I want to do is deal with the first fret of strings here. So that's our third string, our second string, and our first string. And we're going to start with something called root position. What root position is playing those notes just like we had said them. The root note, the third, and the fifth. So G, B, and D in that order. So first of all, I'm going to take the G and I'm going to play that on the lowest string in that string set. So that's just in the 3 strings here. So my low note is going to be on the G. It's 12th fret here. And I'm going to play that. And then on my next string, I'm going to go B. And I'm going to go play D on our first string here. G, B, D. Now there's many different ways that we can play this. I can play the same arpeggio just using 2 strings, starting on the same note. 12th fret on G, 12th fret on B, 15th fret on the B string. Okay, so that's just, there's so many different ways, but why don't we just use all 3 strings for now? Beautiful. That can be done in the same order on other strings as well. So I can go G, B, D, G, B, D, G, B, D. A couple different ways of playing it. But there's other ways of playing these notes as well. We have 3 different notes, so we have 3 different options of playing them in different orders. The next one is what was something called first inversion. So what we're going to do is instead of playing root 3, 5, we're going to take that root note and we're going to send it up to the top. So we end up having 3, 5, root. So our low note is going to be on 3. If I'm using the same set of strings, we're going to play a B, which is the 4th fret on the 3rd string. Then you go to the 5, which is D, which is on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And finally, first string on the 3rd fret, which is our G. So we can play that like that. So we can figure that out on all of the other strings as well. So finding B, D, G there, for example. Many different options. And finally, we're going to deal with the last inversion. This is called first inversion. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that low note, which was B, we're going to send that up to the top now. So now our inversion is going to be D, which is the 5, the root note is in the middle, and the 3 is on the top. So in this inversion, we could see D is going to be on the 3rd string, on the 7th fret. G is going to be on the next string, on our 2nd string, on our 8th fret, and our B is going to be on the 7th fret on the 1st string. So now we have all these different options and different ways of playing these notes. And what it is good exercise for our right hand and a good exercise for our left hand as well, and syncing them up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play the root inversion, or the root position voicing, and play the arpeggio, so the broken chord. Then I'm going to go to the first inversion and then into second inversion. G, B, D, B, D, G, D, G, B. Hope this helps. Have a good one.